Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by this morning. I just want to talk about my three biggest expenses here in the Philippines. This isn't a budget video. It's more of a lifestyle video to give you an idea of what you're going to spend your money on. But everybody's expenses, three big expenses, may be different. So put your three biggest expenses in the comments if you're living here. And I'm going to do these in order. But first of all, I just want to tell you that we live a Western lifestyle over here. And that's of my choosing. Most of us do. We just bring the matrix with us, so to speak, especially when it comes to living standards and everything. But my biggest expense is my woman. And when I talk about my woman, this is going to give you an idea. Hey, do I want to be single? Do I want to have a woman? Do I want to have a woman with no children? Because my woman comes with a package. Her children are included. And, it's money well spent for me. People always talk about, oh, it's women all over the world like that. Well, I can't speak for women all over the world. I only speak for, the Philippines. This is where I live. But she's my biggest expense because even though all the other things I'm talking about, she's included, there's money that I give her and there's things that I spend on her and the kids that I have no I don't want to say no say so, but I'm not included. Like they go to private schools, so the tuition, just the whole 9 yards. Your woman is going to be your biggest expense. Okay, I don't care who you are. That's just been my experience over here. It's not like you're living in the West or your woman is earning her own money or she's doing her part. Over here it's just different. I'm not complaining. Remember, I'm just having a conversation. So this is things that you need to consider. Number one, if you want to come to the Philippines. Number two, if you want to get into a relationship, because most of the women over here, they don't earn a whole lot of money if they work at all. We retire a lot of women over here, and you pay for everything, every single day. So it's not different. Some guy was like, oh, well, all women all over the world want financial security. Yeah, but this is a little bit different than financial security, buddy. Okay? But that's my biggest expense. My second biggest expense is food. Because, again, we live a Western lifestyle, so we shop at the grocery store most of the time, and then we'll get our fish and our vegetables from the market. And if you want to see the effects of inflation on the Philippines, then all you got to do is shop at the grocery store. It'll show you. I go about twice a week. I'll probably spend about 30,000 pesos a month on food. And that includes not just food, but toothpaste, shampoo, which I don't use, toilet paper, paper towels, and everything like that. But if you want to save money, you would probably want to go to the market because they sell all this stuff. They sell toothpaste and all that too. They may not have the brands you've got. But my second biggest expense is my food. It's not my rent. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and got out in front of that. I built a house. That's a whole other argument. People say, well, I'm not going to be here long enough. I can't own the property and this and that. Well, if you want to save some money, guess what? I would try to build me an affordable house. I spent 1 million pesos for my house, which today would be about $18,000. By the end of this month, we're going to be done got our money back because you're not going to be able to rent a place like this for no less than $500 a month. So by the time the year is over with, I'm going to have my money back. But that's just something you're going to have to decide. Do I want to rent? Because they'll say, oh, I'm not going to be here that long. And you'll end up being here that long. Time goes by quick. We're coming up on 3 years since this house was built. And a lot of y'all watched it being built. That's just something to consider. That's one of the reasons I'm having the conversation today. This isn't a budget video. We're talking about expenses. So food and groceries is my second biggest expense. Now, the third biggest expense that I have is my electricity. Electricity is sort of expensive here when you think about the Philippines. I wanted to bring my bill, I forgot it, but last month was the lowest I've had in a while. It was 5,900 pesos, which is almost $100. But usually it runs anywhere from 6,500 to like 8,000. And we keep the aircon in our room running 24 hours a day. Because, a booby. Booby sometimes sleeps in there, sometimes she takes her nap. And most of y'all are going to have aircon. And this is all year round, because I know in America, where I'm from, in the winter, my bills would be more expensive. I'd get a break in the summer because that heat over there is very expensive. You run in those. Well, we actually had just had a new furnace put in. I was renting a house there. And so it came down a little bit, but the heat is always more expensive. But that's my third biggest expense over there. And we don't, what's the word I want to use? We don't, it's so early in the morning, I haven't even had my second cup of coffee. But we don't deny ourselves any of the creature comforts. That's what I wanted to say. See, this is about lifestyle, really, and expenses. It just gives you something to consider about the Philippines. It isn't a budget. We'll be here all day talking about a budget. And I did my video yesterday about safety. They kind of have a lot of things in common. It just depends on where you live, how you live, who you live with, how many people in the household. Are you going to try to live like a local? Because I've been watching some house builds on YouTube. People over here, they're going to live in the province. But we live a Western lifestyle. But I don't care what lifestyle you live over here. Your biggest expense is going to be that woman. Because she doesn't have any money. Her friends don't have any money. Her family doesn't have any money. So if you got a problem with that, it doesn't matter how much she earns. I've got a friend over here now. His girlfriend earns 30,000 pesos a month, which I would consider a great job. But when you break it all down, it's about $500 a month. I mean, that's going to help some, but it's not a whole lot, based on Western standards. Then, you got to make the decision. Do I want to build a house or not? Because remember, we're bringing the Matrix with us. And it's going to take a while, unless you're really watching these videos and paying attention, to get rid of that. The fact that you can come over here and spend 1 million pesos for a house and be done with it. Now, you got to buy a lot, which isn't, difficult to do. And it just depends on where you buy the lot. It can save you a lot of money. But what we do is we come over here and we want to spend like we would spend at home. You don't have to do that. People want to spend 80, 100,000. I'm so thankful that I made the decision. This house, believe it or not, now don't fall out of your chair. It's only 56 square meters. It's about 600. Let's say 600 square foot. You'll be like, man, that's a cracker box. It's not. And anybody who's ever been to my house would tell you it's not. It's very big. It's big enough. And we've got the guest house, which is another 150 square foot with the bathroom. So it's got another bedroom and bathroom. But I'm done with it. It's not 220 million. I don't lose any sleep at night. I don't worry about, what's going to happen if something happens to your girlfriend, a guy asked me. Well, it's probably going to go to the kids, but that's not the kind of stuff I worry about. And I guarantee you this house has probably doubled in value since we built it. But thank y'all so much. Again, just another real life video to just give you some insight into my life over here. It's not all fun and games over here, although it is. At some point, if you want to be an expat, not a tourist, you got to settle down. You're going to have to know what are my expenses going to be. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't skirt chase, I don't go out to bars and all that. That could be your biggest expense. If you're over here right now, I want to know what they are. Put them in the comments. If you're in America, it's getting late. I know March Madness is here. Some great games on, man. I was watching some yesterday. I hope you're able to help somebody before you let your head hit the pillow. It's very important. Put some insurance on your happiness. Put some insurance on your life. Okay? You're in the Philippines, it's early. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. Maryland said those two words that I don't like to hear are one word. A brownout is coming. I hope it's not true because I got a live stream today. A special live stream. We've got a conversation with Big Shirley. Not the actual Big Shirley, but a Western woman. It's not a day goes by, I don't help somebody. I went to sleep. We didn't do the drawing. So I'm going to do it today right after my live stream. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people. We help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid. And, when you talk about your biggest expense is going to be your woman, it's well worth it, guys. I'm going to tell you two things that you don't hear a lot or experience a lot in the West when you're talking about women. Dedication and commitment. Okay, they're going to give that to you in bunches. When Marilyn cooks my food, she cooks my eggs like they're the last 2 eggs on the planet. And they wash my clothes. They're cleaner than the Board of Health. Okay, and when we make love, man, it's like an out-of-body experience. Really. I mean, that's their way of showing appreciation for what you do for them. I mean, by doing all of that and taking care of all that to the level and to the extent that they do it. So remember, don't bring the matrix with you or get rid of it as soon as you can because you're going to think, I'm being used or something like that. No, you're not. It's well worth it.